Welcome to Hardware Asylum. We're back working on the Supra PiModem project. If you're unfamiliar, this is a project that I started to transform a Supra dial-up modem, the Supra fax modem 288, into a Retro PC Internet Appliance. The previous video got a lot of attention, and I appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch and comment and subscribe. In this video, we're going to be addressing one of the issues of connectivity and getting this Wi-Fi modem online. Now, before we dive too deep into this project, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a good friend and former co-worker, Scott. He's been instrumental in helping me plan and build up this project. And in the previous video, I showed you some of these various panels that I had 3D printed. And these are a collaboration result between Scott and I as we were trying to get the Raspberry Pi to fit inside this little chassis. My original idea was just to have something flat like this, but it turns out that we didn't have enough room to be able to connect the ribbon cable to the hat. And when you're working on complex projects like this, it's really important to have somebody with a similar interest that you can bounce ideas off of. It works in programming, it works in industrial design, and it really helps move and propel the project forward. Now, some of the upgrades that we're going to be doing to the Supra PiModem are to address the issues of connectivity of running an electrical emitter inside a Faraday cage. But this also is going to help Scott since he is using a Raspberry Pi Zero, the proper one, which has a built-in antenna. And of course he's going to have the same problems that I was having, despite the fact that I had a much larger antenna. So let's get to the solution. So to get started, let's go ahead and disassemble the modem. I've already taken the back panel off. As you can see, we have our vent, an open space, serial port, power adapter. It just kind of slides out like this. And here we have all the juicy electronics. So the real question is, how are we going to fix our connectivity problems? Originally, I intended to use the Ethernet port on the Banana Pi. The intention was to run the Ethernet out into the factory RJ11 and then create a dongle that would then hook the Supra PiModem up to the local area network. That, of course, was with the intention that the onboard Wi-Fi would be working, but in this case it is not. So what we're going to do is change things slightly. Instead of using an RJ11 here in this one particular location, we're going to be using another 3D printed part that I have right here that will allow us to hook up a USB port in that location. Now, on the Banana Pi and all of these Zero boards that you can buy, there are generally two USB ports. The one closest to the edge is for power. The one closest to the middle is for general USB data, so on and so forth. And that would allow us to connect devices like this, which is a USB Wi-Fi dongle. You can also run this into a USB hub, allowing you to connect all sorts of devices, including USB thumb drives, keyboards, mice, and additional Ethernet adapters. We'll do a quick test into the Pi modem. Socket slides right back in here. Now, the functionality of the Supra PiModem is identical to the way that it was in the previous video, so we'll just be going over the Wi-Fi connection and what else we can do with this new USB port. And here we have the Armbian desktop. I'm connected via VNC over the network. And first of all, we'll see that we have two Wi-Fi connections. The first one is the onboard, and the signal is extremely low. And at the very top, the one that we're using is our new connection. Now, the real power is when we swap connecting the Wi-Fi module directly to the modem to a USB hub. And here I have a TP-Link USB 3.0 7-port hub, and ironically it has two 2.4 amp charging ports along the side. Now, the nice thing about this is that we can get a barrel to USB power cable and plug the modem directly into this USB port and then plug in all of the accessories that we want to use. For instance, here I have a USB Ethernet connection. We're going to plug in a thumb drive and move over the Wi-Fi module. So here we're back in the Armbian desktop. As you can see, we do have our drive that we just plugged in. Now when we pull up Armbian config, we can see that now we have two connections. The first one is our Ethernet connected directly to the wall, and then we have our Wi-Fi connection. And as you can see, the speeds are vastly different. And now that we have our Wi-Fi plugged in, we are connected via 802.11ac, which is considerably faster than the 802.11b, which came with the Banana Pi. And I think I'm going to wrap it up here. This is just a quick little update to the Supra PiModem project. We have a lot more to do, so stay tuned for the updates. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.